All right, Anthony Hartwig with you. We are excited for a Badger girls basketball player profile. I'm here with Katie Grexa, superstar. If you know Badger basketball, you know you're talking about Katie. Katie, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yep.
First question for you. We're talking about this Badger program. You've been a part of it for a while. You've been a mainstay, and you've been a name that has been said for this Badger program. Talk about what it was like coming into this year, new coaching staff, and trying to just keep that same standard up, and what it's been like for you so far.
Yeah, so I knew definitely going into this year it was going to be a little bit harder, especially with a new coach coming in. But I knew I'd have to be there for my teammates and all that. So just trusting Mr. Carney coming in and coaching us and keeping our high standard that we have. I definitely knew that we'd have to come in with some intensity and keep things going from last year.
Talk about some of the first interactions you had with Coach Carney and the new coaching staff, and some of the things that made it so easy to buy into what they were selling, and to really lean into their coaching style, and to be able to show your teammates that, hey, we got to trust these guys.
Yeah, so I definitely knew that Mr. Carney was going to be coaching a little bit different than Coach Bell would. And since I've had Coach Bell for the last 3 years, I knew it was definitely going to be a hard transition. But Mr. Carney's been good with that, and he's been trying to keep our style of play since last year. Like we work hard on defense. We're trying to keep that up, keep that going. We do have some of the same coaches that we did last year, just sitting on the bench with us. So nothing really new has changed there. But Mr. Carney's definitely been doing good. Um, I was a little nervous at first, but he's been doing a pretty good job.
It's your senior year, which means everything that you're doing, it's the last time you're going to do it. How have the emotions and the mindset changed this year, and how have you been handling, the senior year, the last run?
Oh yeah, it's definitely been a ride. I don't want it to be over. I love basketball. I love just high school basketball, getting to be with my team and all that. I'm definitely gonna miss it, but I'm really excited to be able to continue my basketball career at Lake Erie. But emotions have been very high for me this year. Personally, like me, I don't feel like I've been playing up to the I have high standards for myself, so I feel like I've been slacking a little bit and I need to pick it up. But it's definitely been very emotional.
Let's talk about those high standards that you set, because I think people would look at your stats and be like, okay, she's having what is she talking about? But you set these really high standards for yourself. Where did that come from, and where did you kind of set these standards, and where does that mentality of always trying to raise the bar come from for you?
So I always want to be better than I have been. Trying to strive for that. Last year was a really good season for me. Um, I got my 1,000 points last year. That's always been a really big goal of mine coming into high school. I really so Sarah Bonar has our school record at 1,639 points, and I've always wanted to get that. But this year, I haven't been scoring as much as I did last year, so that record's looking a little bit far out of reach for me now. But I'm okay with that. I've learned to accept it. I don't have to be all time leading scorer to know that I've made an impact here at Badger. I definitely want to hit 1,500 points though. I don't. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna try to get it and like force it, but it would be great if it comes. I hold myself to a really high standard. I feel like I need to get my teammates really involved, and I've been trying to do that a lot more because I know most of the light is always on me. And to me, I'm not the best defender on the team. Gabby Miller is, and she's really stepped it up this year. So getting her more involved in the game and understanding. So when I leave next year and our seniors leave next year, I'm leaving them with something. They have the experience and they know what they need to get done and all that. So
I like that you brought up the word impact, because I think one of the great measuring sticks of a senior is what the program looks like after they go. What kind of things are you doing, like you said, with Gabby Miller and the rest of your players? What are you trying to do to make sure that when you graduate, this bachelor program doesn't lose a beat and the standard is still there?
So during practices, I'll stop the game when we're playing like 5-on-5, or if we're just practicing shooting and all this. And if I see something that's wrong, I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna fix it there so that they don't continue doing that. And we've had a couple girls on our JV who haven't played basketball in a couple years, or this is their first year. So I like to stop and I like to show them some things. And I like to explain to them like why we do this. And also when we're practicing, I don't take it easy on them at all. I mean, you got to keep that intensity up there because if they're not learning in practice, they're not going to learn during the game. So I talk to them during practices. I'm going to be hard on them, but they're definitely going to learn. So when game time comes, they're going to do it. Like with Anya, I feel like Anya has been watching me. So she's been starting to play like me a little bit. And we've been wanting her to get that Euro step. So in practices, when I see she's able to do it, I'll give her the ball and I'll be like, go do it now. And she's been able to do that in the game. And everybody's been so excited for her. So really just understanding what my other teammates' goals are and just seeing what they want to do, I'm going to get them to the point where they're going to do it.
I love hearing talking about like stopping practice and coaching yourself and being able to, just grow the younger players. Not every coach would trust a player enough to just be like, hey, stop practice when you think you have to and be that leader. What's it
Yeah.
mean to you to have coaches that do trust you to stop practice when you have to and say, hey, we need to fix this or this needs to be fixed and to be able to lead like that I'm sure there are a lot of players out there that would love to that just don't have that opportunity. What's it mean
Yeah.
to you that you have a coaching staff that lets you do that?
So Mr. Carney does give me a lot of leeway. He really lets me take over sometimes because he does trust me and I trust him and he trusts that I know what I'm talking about to get stuff done. So when we're putting in defenses or offenses and I see something that's wrong, we'll talk about it and he'll let me explain it to the girls and let me take over so that they're understanding it. It's really nice to have him let me do that because then I feel like I'm getting them more involved and maybe that they're listening to me a little bit more because I know sometimes when a coach says something, you're kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. But if you have like one of the seniors or something, somebody that you look up to, like they're telling you, like, this is what you need to do, I feel like it goes a little bit further than a coach yelling at you or telling you.
So we're talking about you making the future of this program better. Let's talk about your future. You made the post just a week ago that you were gonna continue your basketball career at Lake Erie. What made that decision easy for you, and what were some things that weighed you towards Lake Erie College? Oh,
A lot of weight off of me. Uh, Committing to Lake Erie, it's taken a lot of weight off, and I'm so excited to be able to continue playing basketball because basketball is a huge part of my life. And I mean, I really like the coach there. I really like the school, the campus. The conference is tough, and I really like that about the school. And the problem that I have been having with all the other schools that have like contacted me and all that is I didn't really like the conferences and I wanted a tough conference. And with Lake Erie, they're still kind of in a rebuilding year, and their record might not look great, but I'm hoping that I can come in and make an impact there too, and we could get things rolling and we could start having a successful and winning season.
so you're committed. You're not signed yet. So tell me about what it's gonna feel like for you. I mean, you know yourself better than anybody when you get that letter of that letter of intent, and you're able to put your name on that dotted line and officially make this dream of college basketball that I know you've had for a long time a
Yeah.
reality. What's that moment gonna be like for you?
I can't wait. I gotta get on it. I gotta pick my day that I'm gonna sign, but I'm waiting for it. It's gonna be such a relief and such a great honor to sign and actually be able to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go play D2 college basketball and hopefully be really good at it."
Well, we have faith in that for sure. When you committed, who were some of the first people you had to call and tell that, like, hey, I made the decision. I'm coming to Lake Erie.
So one of the first people that I texted was Coach Bell. I told him, I was like, hey, I just committed. Um, I want him there on my signing day. He's been a huge part in getting me to the point where I am now. And I definitely couldn't be as good as a basketball player that I am without him. So he was definitely the first one that I told. And then just texting my family, telling them that I finally did it.
We usually don't talk about the movements of coaches and everything because usually that's kind of mucky. But this one is different. You had such a good
Yeah.
relationship with Coach Lavelle, and obviously he went home to Urson. Like that was a job that he wanted for a long time. What was that
Yeah.
kind of like when he kind of told you guys that like he wasn't going to be a Badger anymore and there was going to be that transition? And what was that kind of like for you?
So he pulled us as a team into the locker room and he told us, he was like, hey, I'm going to be done coaching here at Badger. And at that point, he didn't know that he was going to be coaching at Ursuline
Mm.
yet. And he didn't try to sign up or do it there yet. So I was hurt. I was really hurt, but I knew that this was something that he needed to do. I know it was a tough decision for him and I trusted him. I mean, I'm glad that he got to go home to Ursuline and he has that opportunity. And I'm glad with the success that he's having. Like, he deserves it. And I'm overall really happy to him. I wish he was still here with me my senior year, but I know that how he says God wanted him there. So I know it was the right choice for him. And
Like
I'm just happy for him.
like you said, he was one of the first guys you still went and told that you committed. How much has he still been a part of your journey this year? I mean, I'm sure you've gotten a lot of texts, a lot of encouragement. How much have you
Yeah.
still been kind of, including him in your journey this year as a senior?
So I went to their first 4 games. I've been to a couple more than that. I like going to support my friends at Ursuline and supporting him. And I got to see his aunt and his mom and his son again. And that was really nice. And it was emotional for me because I really miss them. And we still text a lot and we call all the time and we talk a lot of basketball. So I love that we still have that connection and that I still have him to be a part of my life that I can talk to him still.
How much do you wish that Ursuline popped up on your schedule? Like, how much would you want to go? Like, would you like that? Would you like being able to go up against Coach Turnage a little bit?
It would definitely be a really good game. Um, I mean, honestly, if we won or lost, I wouldn't really care because I just want to bring that intensity and see how good we could do. I played AU with a couple of the girls on the team, so I always love playing them and bringing that intensity and just trying to make them work hard for it.
We're talking about basketball. Obviously, you're going to be playing it at the next level. Let's talk about what you're going to be studying and some of the things you're going to be interested in at Lake Erie to further your career after the sport.
So I want to go in for exercise science or sports medicine, something in there. I'm not quite sure what I want to be yet, but I have a couple ideas like an athletic trainer or a physical therapist. I always want to be involved with sports and I feel like that's a way for me to do it. And whenever somebody gets an injury on the team or something, like I'm the first person there. I'm telling them what they need to do. I'm taping it if they need it taped. I'm giving them exercises, like I'll tell them get a band, work your ankles, all this. So I feel like that's still gonna be a big part of my life, and that's the way that I want to go.
He needs an athletic trainer in Badger. You already got one in Katie Grexer, right? Ready for the job. Do
Yeah.
you see maybe like in the same track? You're coaching in practice a little bit with your team. Do you see maybe a coach in your future? Could we be seeing Coach Grexer somewhere down the line?
So I have been thinking about that a lot lately. I think I definitely would want to because as I've been helping with the little kids, whether it's soccer or basketball, like help coach them. And actually, our ball girl, Elena, I helped her out in the 4th grade. Like, I would always give her some tips. So she just gave me a note the other day and she was like, just thanking me for like everything that I did for her. And she told me that I was a great inspiration and role model. And that just made my heart. And there's a bunch of little girls on the little teams that I help out with that like I'll see them in the hallways when I'm walking through school. They'll run up and they'll attack me and just jump all over me and give me hugs. So I feel like definitely if I made an impact in their life, like it makes me feel good. So I definitely like I would want to do that.
You've been able to do so much in your basketball career. Badger as a team has been able to do so much since you've been on the team. What is the one thing that you're the most proud of so far in your basketball career that when you graduate from Badger, you're going to say, this is kind of my shining moment, or this is our shining moment as a team that I am most proud that we were able to do?
I'm proud of the impact that I've had on people and that we've brought Badger Braves basketball back for girls. Like I feel like in the past people haven't like it's not been a big thing, but I feel like the last 4 years with definitely with Coach Bell, like he's set that expectation for us and he made us like who we are. So just bringing in the crowd and all that, like we finally got some attention on our Lady Braves team. So that's definitely nice. And also getting the knack first time in 38 years that we've got it. That's definitely like probably got to be my proudest moment.
All right, before we let you go, we do this with every player profile. We want to give you the chance to shine a light on your people in your life and your support system. We're shining such a big light on you. We want to give you the chance to turn it on the people that support you. We want to give you as much time as you want to send out your shout outs to whoever you think deserve it.
So definitely out to Coach Bell for being a great coach and always being there for me and continuing to be my coach still and coaching me up. Definitely my family, my mom, my dad, my definitely my grandma. She's been there through everything. She's taken me AAU practices all around. She does everything for me, and I really appreciate that. And definitely to my fan base, to the Jaegers, um, everyone who comes out and supports me and always has my back and always defending my name.
All right, Katie, you know we're a fan too at YSN. We love having you. We love supporting you. And we can't wait to talk to you in real soon. Good luck the rest of your senior year. Thanks for the time. And once again, we'll talk to you in real soon.
Yep.